What is up, winning team? I have to come on here right now because I can't believe what I've just seen, right? This is going to probably be the start of my next video. I'm about to be taking you guys into the store because I want to show you guys something because I have something I need to say. Before we get that, and also I'll change my angle. Oh, will I change my angle? Who knows what's going to happen? Stay tuned. Anyway, it's a crazy way to start off the video. So I want to explain this. I want to show you guys something, right? I've just seen a guy throw his bottle, and this is what I'm saying about humans. I just stopped to record. Just started recording this same video and ended up going off on a tangent. So then I decided I would just let that be its own video. So I'm standing like behind me here, right? This guy, I'm walking this direction where I'm walking. So see how far I've walked. I've not walked very far. And I've just watched a guy throw a bottle here into this bush. I've just watched it, yeah? Let me show you where the bin is. Because the thing is, I have to say, this is why I'm saying human beings are annoying. Like, human beings ruin everything. And I was literally just talking about that in the previous video. So, and I was literally about to be talking about some other interesting things in the rest of this video, which you'll see. Oh, I need to do my shoelace. See how far I've walked, guys? And bearing in mind, he came from the same direction as me, so he would have come from this direction. There is a bin right frigging here. So it would have taken him literally not that far, 20 seconds to go from throwing the bottle in the bush to throwing the bottle into this bin. And I just saw it. I couldn't believe it. I actually couldn't believe it. And to be honest, I have to say that the UK is so good about having public bins everywhere for people to throw stuff away. So you just can't make this stuff up. But anyways, guys, I'm taking you to the supermarket because I wanted to share my thoughts. This week is going to be a week full of plenty of content on this channel, and I want to start as I mean to go on. It's Monday. This evening is going to be Rosh Hashanah. It's going to start at sunset, which is the start of the Hebrew year. So I want to get cracking. There's a lot happening this week. But yeah, so I'm going to, anyway, stop recording because, literally here, this bush. I've gone there and back in the midst of this video and stopped to talk in 2 minutes or less. 2.5 minutes, less than 2.5 minutes. And this is worse. So here we are, right, still at the bush. Let me do my shoelace first, hold on. Yeah, this just got worse. So here we are at the bush where the bottle was thrown, right? Right here. Let me take you to the next bin, the next most closest bin. Look at this. Ready? Ready? Okay. Right here. So there was no need, absolutely no need. Anyways, guys, catch you in the next clip. The patriarchy are at work, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, look at it. And it looks so much further away on camera. Look at that. That says Emirates. I can see that from here. Emirates. I need to get on Emirates ASAP, to be honest. It's been too long, Emirates. It's been too long. So, just a quick note on the Emirates flight, as I'm a bit of an airplane nerd, as we all know. I love watching the long haul. This is why I love watching the different planes and analysing why they're flying in different ways, right? So basically, because it's a longer haul flight, bigger plane, probably more passengers, probably like got two, potentially two, floors, etc. And all of this, yeah. That's why the landing, we can already see the landing gear from where I'm at here. I wouldn't necessarily see the landing gear out if this was a Ryanair flight because they'll just do it like 3 seconds before landing. It was like a smaller, like short haul kind of airline, like is Ryanair a short haul? I don't know, but you know what I mean, like smaller aircraft, less passengers. These big long haul flights probably coming from a Dubai, you know what I mean, kind of moment. I just love to see it, and you can even see just like how the airplane's moving through the air. Like if you're observant, you can see you can actually see how much more weighty it is in the air, even though it's just gliding. And I just love it. Like I just think it's so cool. Yeah, you guys are just always seeing me and these airplane things on here. But yeah, anyway, how exciting. What is up, winning teams? I made it to the grocery store. Before I start doing what I'm going to do, I need to scope the whole entire store to make sure that nobody that I know is in here. because I would rather, think about it, you can spend more, like, I can burn extra kcal speed running through the whole store, making sure no one's here, and then than the immense amount of brain power it would take for me to have to care to be polite to anybody right now. So, and anytime. But the thing is, it's a Monday. This is like a Monday afternoon. Yeah, you want to work? Yeah, good, good, good. Now I can do my work. So let's just scope every aisle. So yeah, after I've done that, we're going to get into the crux of why we're here. Hey guys, so at the risk of upsetting literally everybody, which is about what's about to happen, I wanted to go into the supermarket because yesterday, oh, by the way, I'm in Asda, for anybody who doesn't know. Asda is actually owned by the same people that own Walmart. So this is what I'm saying. Like, the UK has always had a bit of a little situationship, a little entanglement going on with America, while trying to call themselves part of the European Union. They've got these African biscuits in here. I'm not even going to show you guys. I love those. Should I get those? No. 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 Because no. I'm going to upset some people, but I just really had to talk about this because I just had enough yesterday. Just realizing how much processed things people eat. But like, this isn't going to be one of those, oh my gosh, everybody eats so much processed food, I'm so much better than everyone. It's not about that. What it's about is simply this. Guys, we are being poisoned. And when I say poisoned, like, a lot of you guys around the world, whether it be here, whether it be in the America, whether it be wherever, right? Mostly here in America, to be completely honest, because virtually everywhere else has higher standards. Or better quality natural produce. The problem is, guys, the reason everyone's getting so freaking sick all the time and everyone's always having so many ailments and illnesses and we need this medication and that medication. I mean, when I see how much medication people are on these days, I'm like, it's because of the products we use. And actually, in my opinion, I would just go ahead and say it, is convenience sometimes worth killing yourself in the meantime? Because it's like you're saving time. This is why it don't make sense to me. Like, you're saving time by by buying products that are more convenient, but then you're killing time off of your actual life. How does that make any sense? So I'm going to give you guys an example because this is my pet peeve one. I'm sorry, I'm going to upset so many people right now. These are my pet peeve ones. Hold on. Let's go with... All right, perfect. Let's start with a jarred sauce. Now, I'm actually going to say, I will say this. I actually trust those supermarket brands in a lot of ways more than I do bigger brands, because I feel like bigger brands have more need to add lots of random ingredients. So let's have a look at this. We've got, right, a sauce like this, for example. Hold on. This aisle all of a sudden became so packed. I wonder why, because it's where all the processed food is. Let's move on and we'll to return. Actually, do you know what? Let's do a fun little experiment before I get into this and see which aisle has the least amount of people in. Because it's quite busy right now. Okay, all the seasonal stuff. Because it's not Christmas yet, or whatever the heck is our next thing. I hate all the holidays. Bearing in mind, guys, I'm going to do a whole video about talking about the holidays coming today. So that's the video I'm going to be recording when I get back. Is it Christmas stuff down here? Yeah, Christmas. I should really show the other side. I will. Anyways, let's stop here to have a conversation. Okay, so what I was going to say is, here's my problem with things like this. When you go to read the label, right? Let's just see the label of something like this. First of all, it's not that hard to make something like this yourself in bulk. Have a Sunday, get yourself some jars, get some good tomatoes, like from like your local place. I have a really good base sauce that I make myself, my own recipe, which I would share if anybody cared to ask for it. And batch make your own one. You know what I mean? Like the Italian nonnas do with their tomatoes. You know, they jar their own tomatoes, their own chopped tomatoes. That's what they do in Italy, right? This type of stuff is the type of stuff I feel like that people think is just, that people just use. And I'm like, I know for a fact that when I read this ingredients list, right, so this is ingredients, tomatoes 77%, double concentrated tomato paste, sugar, modified maize starch, salt, sunflower oil, acidity regulator, citric acid, garlic, basil, parsley, onion powder, spice, natural flavoring, herb. It says natural flavoring. What does that mean? And then it says herb. Also, what does that mean for starters? Second of all, can we talk about this part? The part where they don't actually have to tell you certain amounts of things, the FDA doesn't have to tell you certain amount of things in products. So my issues are not even always what's written on the label. You see, this is what they've done to you people. They've convinced you that, oh my gosh, the label says this and the label says this, the label says it's only got this. But if they've got 0.003% of this or 0.003% of that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you yourself, you know what I mean, they've allowed it and you've just blindly trusted them. So that's why I don't even trust these labels. Let's go and compare this with the supermarket one, right? Because there's something else I wanted to say. Should have come at midnight. Anyway, here's my problem with them. And my problem with a lot of products. This is why I'm doing this in the supermarket just for the sake of the backdrop. I'm trying to spice it up for you guys a little bit, right? Because even I'm getting sick of staring at myself with the white wall behind me. But anyway, here's my issue with those and a lot of products. A lot of these new just free, that free, everything free, free from. Here we are in the free from section right here. Is we don't have real long-term research. A lot of this stuff appeared in the last 15 years. So let's be honest, guys. We don't really know how food is affecting us until we wait like about a good 50 to 100 years, right? So it might be all well and good that they tested, because this is the other thing about scientific research that I don't think people understand. When they make statements like, we tested this out on 90% of people showed no 90% of people showed no side effects or showed no whatever issues. Yeah, that could be 10 people and that could have just been 9 of them didn't show side effects. And that could have been that they checked the next day and not the next week and not the next year and certainly not the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Because a lot of this stuff is new. Let's not forget when all of these trends began. So I'm not convinced by any of this. Let me just show you instead. Okay, and this is my point, right? So I'm going to give you guys an example. We've got the custard cream. For those of you who are not from this country, this is one of the best biscuits. If not my favorite biscuit to have with a cup of tea. Is that a big statement? That's a huge statement. Let me take that statement away. But anyway, we've got the custard cream, right? Now this is where I get to tell you guys what my problem is with all of this. Is that like, first of all, they poison you with other things. So then we all become intolerant to everything. Then they swoop in with all their lab-created things as the solution, right? So once upon a time, people would have probably gone out and got some cane sugar made straight from the juice of sugar cane, and then they would have harvested the wheat and ground it to make the flour, and they would have gone and got the milk, and they would have got it from the cow, right? All the things that God created, and they came together and somehow came up with the custard cream. But now, because we're all so poisoned and because they're poisoning everything and they can secretly poison us, and then we're all now having every single intolerance under the sun, in order for you to enjoy a custard cream, which has these ingredients, might I read, rice flour, sugar palm fat, cornstarch, corn flour, potato starch, invert sugar syrup. What in the hell? What in the helly? Glucose syrup, dried glucose syrup, sunflower oil, rice starch, thickener, xanthan, just thickener, whatever that means. Oh, xanthan gum, got it. What was I looking at? Raising agent, sodium carbonates. Okay. Emulsifiers, lecithins. This is my favorite one here. Flavoring, whatever that means. Again, vague. Salt. Cool, love that. And then it says color, carotenes. As a scientist and as a chemist, you guys, this stuff scares me because you see how all this free from stuff, all this going vegan, and like I'm not against veganism. I think different diets are for different people. I once used to work for a lady, this Rastafarian lady, although she did used to cheat on her veganism with mini cheddars, which I thought was funny. I'm all for people to eat how they want, and I do think different people's bodies function differently with different diets. So I don't have an issue with veganism. I even did veganuary 1 year, as I think I told you guys. The issue becomes when our reliance is on produced, like, factory processed foods, because these are just things that scientists are just conjuring up experiments, like how I was when I was in a flipping, at university. We're just conjuring things up with chemicals and stuff. And then it turns out, and just because it looks like food and it smells like food doesn't mean it's food. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't want to make this whole video a long video essay, but you guys get the gist. Like, I'm just giving you a couple of examples of things that I'm talking about, like of my concerns about food and my concerns with all the health things, because like everybody's sick these days, everybody's unwell. We're all, because my question to everybody genuinely is, when does it stop? Like, if at the rate we're going of having to have new products, having everyone getting a new diagnosis tomorrow, at what point do we realize that there has to be somewhere we're being poisoned that we're not aware of, right? That we're choosing to ingest? Because let's not forget, even with snakes, right? Some snakes, I don't remember if it's the cobra or the viper, right? This is again with the serpent. Actually spray their venom for the idea to get straight into your bloodstream, like through ingestion, not just through. That's the difference between venomous and poisonous. I can't remember, but if you go and search it for yourself, one of them is because it's injected, and the other one is because it's ingested. So I feel like this is just the snake being the serpent being the serpent, which became the snake, obviously. I feel like it's just the snake being the snake, right? Making sure that we're injecting our things ourselves, but also ingesting, if that makes sense. And then we're like, oh, just like how a snake does, we can't pinpoint the origin of the things that we're going through. We can't pinpoint the origin of all these illnesses. The doctors don't know where it's coming from. We just act as if things just pop out of nowhere, even though that's completely illogical. Like I say to you guys, actually use logic. It's completely illogical for you to just, or your body to all of a sudden be suffering and shutting down, a body that looks after itself so well, out of absolutely nowhere. So something, I can tell you myself, as somebody who used to do these things and who doesn't right now because I don't have the facilities to do such, like to go to my own butchers, hence why I'm pitching myself at my local one that's opening up, and used to go to the fishmongers myself and go to the farmers market and barely buys, and still to this day anyways, barely eats any processed foods, and I do always notice the difference. I feel groggy. I feel like how everybody talks about how they feel. I feel more tired. I have less energy. I'm more hungry in general. I'm a bit like, my skin starts to look a bit different, kind of like now. You know what I mean? My skin starts to suffer. Things start to suffer, and it's like I can feel myself like entropying. I wonder why, right? But those days I'd feel vibrant, I'd feel good, I'd feel, rejuvenated. I'd feel like life was getting put into me because it was the things that God created, the way he created them. But now we're just taking, and listen guys, I'm all for eating junk when you want. I'm like, listen, the best thing, the way I look at it is, you should pick your poison in the moment you want to poison yourself. And that sounds horrific, right? What I mean by that is, when you look after yourself, so that the days and the times, when you want to, because you want to treat yourself, you want to enjoy this, you want to do that, then you're doing it in moderation and you're in control of yourself. The whole point is about control, and like, who's controlling what? Are you controlling yourself, or are you being controlled? Because that's what I feel like. I feel like all this stuff, don't get me wrong, I love a whatever, like as much as the next person. But like with all this stuff, I just look at it and I don't know, my spidey senses just go, something's off here. Something feels so sinister about all this stuff and just all this packaging. And I'm just thinking of the factories and what they would have to be able to transport them, the types of ingredients they'd have to do all this stuff. And it's like certain staples, like I was saying, that's why I use the jar sauce. People use the tomato sauce a lot, right? I should actually just drop the recipe just because, but it does take a while, but it's worth it, right? And just, these are the things, like, make it yourself. Have one yourself that you make, figure it out yourself, just to be in a bit more control of your health, and like, especially also like the people around you, because for me, that's the most important thing. Especially if I'm cooking for somebody else, I'm going to make even more of an effort to get a better quality, because I want to look after them. Like, again, going back to the standard of love in this world being in the bin. It's like at a certain point, your excuses are just an evidence that you don't really care. That's what I'm trying to say. Either about your own health or about the health of those around you, because you're trying to protect your time by maybe being more convenient, but then you're killing yourself more. You're adding more to you're trying to save money by choosing convenience or whatever, save this, save that. But actually, the money you're going to then spend on your health bills is going to be worse. The money you then spend, the time you spend having to go and pick up a prescription every week or every month is going to be worse. The hassle and the panic of trying to remember all the medications you're taking and to remember to take them and to remember to get them and all of that can end up being more stress than it was to just have looked after yourself in the first place. That's what I've noticed, especially myself now. Like now, because I'm not like where I'd like to be, it's like the amount of time I spend, you know, looking after myself as a result of that, like having to do all these extra things, knowing full blown well that I could have just gone to, what you call it? I could have just gone, I don't want to go down here. Where should I go? Oh, I know where I haven't been. I haven't been in the reduce section. That's another hack I have for the supermarket. Normally I always go there first. It's only that I came in here to do a video before I grab my groceries. That's another hack if you want to save money. But anyway, diversify, experiment. And that's another tip I have. Like, experiment. Like, I don't know why. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't have any respect for anyone at this point. Like, I really don't respect the world. Like, thank God for the winning team, for giving me people to believe in, you guys here. But I'm just like, sometimes, you know, the devil is so good. That's what I'm trying to say. The devil is so good at doing things without you being able to tell he's doing them. He's good at creating problems and disappearing, same as Jezebel. As in, when you then go to look for the origin of a problem, they are never on the list, right? Because they are masterminds at doing something and escaping. And that's what I'm trying to say to you guys, to be aware of, that this is how the devil operates. He does things and then he disappears. So then you're wondering, where did this come from? You're going to these so-called healthcare professionals, which, don't get me wrong, a lot of them do mean well. But the higher up you go, especially the more lucrative, especially with things like research. Why do you think we still have cancer research? We're about to move to Mars, but we're still looking at cancer research. This is why every time I see cancer research people asking for donations, I'm like, you're so sweet, and I'm sure you have such a good heart. You're so misled, though. Like, let's be so for real right now. Yay, KSI's Prime is in here. I'm so glad to see my generation actually winning. Oh, I wonder if they got the Sidemen ice cream. That's what I'm talking about. See, this is what my generation's doing. I remember when KSI was I remember when I was younger, a lot younger, and I remember always thinking he's going to be so successful, and everybody thinking he was so stupid, wasting his time doing what he's doing, and now everybody's big haters. Everyone's big haters. Oh, you're so lucky to be in that position. You're so lucky to be in that position. You know, all of that. Hold on a minute. Excuse me, would you like my basket? Okay. Yeah. Everyone was laughing at my generation, at him, right? And I remember thinking, this guy's genius. He was being laughed at and ridiculed. This is what I'm saying. It's always backwards. It's always you people doing the pride, laughing and ridiculing at the likes of him. He now being rich enough to build himself his own damn farm. All of the Sidemen with it and pay everybody there, right? Those guys spend 50 to 100K per Sidemen Sunday alone, I just like to say, on those videos. So you'll be laughing in your pride, and the devil will be laughing, and devil and Jezebel are laughing at you in the kingdom of darkness, because you then think you're smart when you're the one who's having to make excuses because you're so busy working as slaves in Egypt. So that's why you're just going into killing yourselves, using that little money, the little peanut change you get paid, to go and then poison yourself, to then also need to go and then spend more of your little peanut change to go and then try and heal yourselves, right? Because of being slaves in Egypt. Meanwhile, the people you were ridiculing are now thriving. That's what I find so funny. This is why I say, like, humility is important, and that's what I feel like he had as well. He had the humility to be like, yeah, they don't have the Sidemen ice cream in here. I saw it in one of these off licenses though, so that's why I'm surprised it's not in the supermarket. But hey, honestly, the off license is way more genius because it's going to be open later. People are going to be going to the shops at night trying to just burn through their money and buy junk food. So that's honestly smarter. yeah, you're the one who can't afford. You're the one who can't afford things. You're the one who has to just do all this. If you thought you were laughing at him, he's now laughing at everybody else. Because this is why I laugh, even when people. I love watching the Sidemen, and I love reading their comments, because a lot of people critique them like to the end of time, and I'm like, you're sitting there critiquing them broke. Meanwhile, they're probably off in God knows what country. He's damn near bought a private jet at this point. You know what I mean? And so, oh yeah, he was like how he wants to for his as we would call a stag do, which is for his bachelor, whatever you call it. He wants to take all his friends, which there's a big group of them. He wants to take all of them to I think he said to Vegas, and to go gambling, and he's giving everybody 50K each. He can pay to have he pays to have his own chef, so that while he's busy, just like the rest of us who eat conveniently eating these foods, while he's busy working and making more money, whilst people are ridiculing him, he's got private chefs cooking him food that's better for him, for his health and everything. So that's why I just say that, guys, in this life, let's learn humility, and let's really just like, where am I going? Oh, it's because since when did they sell that here? We're becoming Americanized. We're officially becoming Americanized. They ain't never sold Old Bay seasoning in the freaking Asja. This ain't never happened. I know, because if ever I want to buy seasonings that they have in America, I have to go. The reason why I know these things so well, by the way, guys, I love being in the supermarket. If it wasn't obvious. But whenever I've ever wanted to buy things like that are American, I've been the person who goes out of my way to like get the import version, and then I'm always paying like 12 times the price you would pay if it was, say, like in America, like actually from in America. So how the heck, this is what I'm saying, it's all these little things. Anyways, I'm gonna look in the reduced section and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm walking around aimlessly because they don't have the sardines I like from Asda. They have these canned sardines that are in a lemon and herb seasoning. I loved canned items. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, and I even had a point. Yeah, so because I was the one, like, long before it became popular to, like, order things to eat the American this and the American that over here, for a very long time, if ever I would order something that you could only get in America, right? I would be the one going to all the lengths. So that's why I can tell so easily that this is sketchy. Because what do you mean we have this now all of a sudden? And it all just happened as soon as we were left the EU. Interesting. It's almost as if it was done on purpose. And now we went from paying like £20, and yes, I saved £20 for a bag of Cheetos. You can get it for like, I don't know, how much is it now? £5, which is still a lot. Talk about like a big bag, but still a lot. But down from 20, because there was once upon a time that would cost you £20. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'll be observing literally everything. Anyways, I'm going to get the rest of whatever I need to get, which I still don't even know, because when do I? I'm going to get the rest of what I need to get. I need to get something, though, seriously, on a very, very serious note, because the time of you-know-what is coming, and we all know I'm going to become completely ravenous and be eating everything. This is the only time you'll catch me eating absolutely everything every single thing before me. So obviously you know where I'm at. The crisp aisle. Should I go popcorn? I'm not in the mood for popcorn though. Anyway, hold on. Okie dokies. So, yeah, what was I saying now? I was quite proud of myself for recording out in public like this, because this isn't like, you know, when I'm in Italy or whatever and I'm on like a set where like everybody's kind of like doing stuff like this. But yeah, anyway, that's the long and short of it all, you guys. I will add in some footage. I'll go and take some footage of the actual store for you guys to see some things, because, because I can. But yeah, I say all these things in love. I just want to make that clear. I say all these things in love, and I really mean that. Like, I'm not trying to be one of those people that's like, I say this because I care, but I'm like actually trying to be passively aggressively just annoying and a know-it-all. Genuinely speaking, like, I think people need to spend, like, again, This is why, this is an algebraic concept. You have to find the root. The whole idea of finding x is you're finding the root, right? In equations. So it doesn't surprise me that people struggle with something like that when they struggle with this. And the issue is because we've outsourced everything, and so now we have to go to somebody else to find the root, the doctor. And they're not even bothered with finding the root a lot of the time. They just want to give you the medication. You know what I'm saying? All these years of watching Grey's Anatomy has worked out for me because it made me realize, and also as a scientist myself, a lot of times as scientists, think about it, guys. If I'm a scientist and even I still have questionable choices surrounding, how I go about my experiments, as in doing dangerous and or potentially selfish things where I'm not as considerate of the individuals I am experimenting on or with as others would be. And that's as the child of the Lord. And so obviously that's what keeps me at bay. Because if it wasn't for the fact that I was a child of the Lord, everybody would be, every single person that I ever speak to would always be just another person to experiment. See what I'm saying? With no care for their actual genuine well-being, just to see what happens. You know what I mean? And so I, as a scientist now, I have to resist that. I'll be very honest. That's why I'm telling you guys all this stuff, because I'm like, I know how this goes, because that's what's built into me, because I'm one of those people that has that thing as a scientist of like almost always caring more about the conclusion that needs to be drawn and the question that's being asked, the hypothesis, than whatever's being done. That's why I said to you guys, I know that the Hollywood and the science industries are working together, because it works out for both of them. The devil can do what he needs to do with the kids spiritually, and then the science can have their cadavers, as they probably just see them as. Can I just say, anyway, I'm going to go there with another product. And then the flipping, it's a match made in heaven. It's a match made in heaven. And the scientists are going to not care. This is what I'm saying. Scientists, when you get to a certain point and you're especially if you're like on the brink of something, your empathy is going to reduce and reduce and reduce and reduce and reduce and reduce and reduce, especially if there's money in it, especially if you've got huge funding, especially if you want to be the next scientist because you want to be the next scientist to make the next scientific breakthrough. So like, just know, guys, when I'm saying this stuff, it's so funny being always called a conspiracy theorist and like I'm just opinionated. It's like it's really sad that actually caring about people and actually trying to warn people of the real risks that are out there. I'm telling you guys that I factor into this category. Like, it's really sad, I will say. Anyways, I'm going to head off because I actually have other videos I need to do. If life's a game, it's played to win. God bless you all. God loves you. I love you. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini grocery supermarket story arc. And I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye. So just thought I'll take you guys down some aisles. We've got some cereals, good Weetabix. We've got our Kellogg's. This is for anybody who wants to know or would like to see. Shreddies. What have we got? Oh yeah, Weetabix are very popular, guys. Honestly, low-key, they do really slap. We've got Golden Nuggets, Curiously Cinnamon, banging cereal. Okay, Spider-Man. I don't think the gimmicks work on cereals with kids anymore, do they? Maybe that's because I don't have them. All right, so we got the cereals here. Oh, yes. I was like, where are the Frosties? Because I love me some Frosties and I love some crepe. Although I never, ever, 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 almost ever eat cereal. Unless... Yeah, so then we got the oats down this aisle. Let's just actually go to some other aisles. So we got the bakery bit back here. I've really got to a place where I don't even care. And I love that for me. When did we do this? Oh, cute. They're trying to keep up with their competitors. Sweet. Got the breads. All these pancakes, bread. Let's go down the sweet treats. Don't even get me started. These. When I was a kid, those sweets used to be 3 for £1 20p each, and had about 4 times the amount of sweets in there. Cadbury's, oh, another problem. Somebody's bought Cadbury's now, and I can actually taste the difference. Yep. All the tea, because it's the Britain. All the tea here, obviously no PG. You see, this is the one thing that's always going to be lacking in stock, isn't it? The tea. Got some wines over there. Also, the alcohol is so expensive. Let me take you guys to see some wine and some alcohol expenses. Why not? So here, we've got the wines here. Listen, comparing this with my Italy vlogs is just pain. I don't even walk down here. Like, I don't even walk down this aisle because what's the point? The bottom row is cheaper than like probably like it's probably the same as like the third row in Italy, right? For the euro. But then the wine is about 5 times better than any of this. Now, I'm not saying these are all horrible because I don't want to offend anybody, because I know there's a lot of our Western wines that we all like to buy when we're doing our little shindigs and whatnot. But yeah, we got all these. This O vodka is the most overrated item I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, here's all this, the Aperol spritz. You can probably get that for the equivalent of £6 in Italy. Yeah, enough of this. Right, Tio, let's go to another aisle. Let's skip to something in completely different vibes. All right, we've got our magazines. Sports and entertainment. Top Gear. Okay. Sabrina Carpenter, Shock. All this. And then all the books here. And then the little notebook section, which if you've watched this big long video I have coming out, low key, that's such a cute notebook. This one here. I'm not into this. Not the burn book. Oh. And I just rewatched this the other day, like literally a couple days ago. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to buy this. Only this putting off is ridiculous. Oh, I'm going to have to think about it because that is a ridiculous amount to pay. But the burn book, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, my favorite stationery. Oh, I need one of these because these are the pens I have. These ones, these right here. All of mine have run out. Anyway, that's not all here. Actually, maybe I should just get... No, because I need to get back because I need to film and I need to focus. So we got some protein things here, some creatine, BCAAs, protein bars, grenade. The thing is, before fitness was like, we had so much from... We've got liquid IV here. Interesting. The toothpaste... Isn't that great that the mouthwash is running out? I'm so glad that people are looking after their breath. This is what we love to see. We've got all the deodorants and all of the this and all of the that. Okay. What was I even going to say? Yeah, it's so weird. Do you know what's actually... Can I actually just make a quick comment? Long ago, when I was early to the concept of fitness and didn't know very much about it in the early days, I tried a lot of these products that people now have. And this is why I know people lie on social media. Because I tried so many of them and they were so trash. Like, so trash. Here we go. We got all these mini cheddars. The mini cheddars slap, by the way. Coca-Cola. The only way to drink Coke, guys, is the full sugar Coca-Cola. I don't care. Diet Coke does not taste the same. No, it doesn't. If you're going to have the Coke, have the full sugar. If you don't have, unless you like the Diet Coke, then if you like the Diet Coke, then go for it. But don't ever disrespect me. Like, I would actually find it genuinely disrespectful, by the way, if you ever I ask you for a Coke and you get a Diet Coke. Because to me, it's not the same thing. It's too sugary for me, the Diet Coke. It's too, like, what's the word? Artificial tasting. It's already artificial. You know what I mean? Anyway, I want to show you guys this drink. This Fentiman's Rose Lemonade slaps. And yes, it's rose, like literally the flower. And we all know Schlur, classic. What else do we have? We got water. We got the San Pellegrino over there. We got the sparkling water. And all these. Where else are we going in here? I'm not going to show you absolutely everything, but I'm going to show you a little bit at least. This is us in the Merry Christmas. Can I just say, as much as I hate the seasonal stuff coming out, I'm glad that we've skipped to Christmas and we're not doing Halloween, because oh my gosh, seeing the Halloween stuff just irritates the friggin' heck out of me. Because why does we go, and Hollywood loves to go so hard for Halloween as well. Have we noticed that? Have we noticed how hard Hollywood, can I tell you, have they got the orange Smarties? The freaking orange Smarties slap. Terry's chocolate orange, classic. Yes. And of course, the Lind golden reindeer. We love a Lind golden reindeer. Okie dokie. Let's keep going. You know, the heroes, the quality streets, the Christmas classics, all that, all of that. They have a hole upstairs, but we're not heading there. Oh my gosh, I almost thought I saw somebody I knew. Okay, this is the bit where we got a few Asian-y bits going down here. This is more the South Asian bit in the center here. Your Raja seasoning, your masala chais, all of those. And then we move over to the... Well, here is a bit of a mishmash, because I'm seeing a few different things, but still a lot of South Asian here. Over here is definitely East Asian. We got our mama noodles. We got our, what are those? All of that. Our kimchi, gochujangs, chili oils. I didn't know they had that chili oil here. And all of that. Although the other section for that is bigger. Yep, and we're also in the fridge department now. We got the yogurts for the kiddly weight. Well, I'm not gonna lie, a froob goes crazy. These froobs, I wish I could show you guys. They're like a tube, and my mum used to freeze those. Also, these Nesquik bars, delish. Petit filou, all the yogurts and all the things. Okay, it's getting busy. I can tell, I can feel it. I can feel the uncomfortability of the Homo sapien, and it's making me want to leave. And so I shall. Let me show more of the refrigerated bit. Okay, we've got the Polish section here with the Polish refrigerated bits. A few more of the. This is all just the whatever, the small sections where they have like the international stuff. They now have this seafood thing, this sushi thing. Can I just say, I've tasted really good sushi, guys. This is not going to cut it. As a girl who loves sushi and who's one of the main reasons I don't want to ever get pregnant is the thought of giving up sushi for 9 entire months. This, for the quality and everything, look at the cut. Look at the cutting of it. It just doesn't cut it. Like, it's just, like... You know what I mean? Like, this isn't up to scratch. To the uncultured eye, it's good enough. But, like, it's not. So, yeah, we've got all the, like, the smoked salmon. Yeah. I'm really going all out with this video. And all of this bacon. And, yeah, that's another thing. Bacon. Ow, my hand hurts. We do have our bacon differently in the UK, I'd like to add. You either have this type of bacon, which I think is most people's type of bacon, or you specifically buy the streaky bacon, as we would call it. Well, that was back bacon, I should have said. Bacon rashers, you know, all the different bacons. Thick cut bacon, maple bacon, this bacon. Why have I chosen bacon? Because who doesn't love some bacon? The sausages, yeah, you got to have a good Cumberland and all of that. White pudding. I've never heard of white pudding. That's new. Richmond. Okay, UK. I love you guys with all my heart, okay? I've lived here for a long time. These Richmond sausages, I can't get behind them. I know that so many people see that as the classic with the full English. I can't do it. Truthfully, I can't, okay? Just showing you guys some stuff here. Some chicken, some duck, some chicken. Over here, what have we got? Got some lamb joints, some whatevers we've got in here. We've got some, look at me in the background. Pork belly, pork this, pork that, pork mince. So yeah, just a few bits. Oh, the Rustlers, another classic. Throw these in the microwave. A lot of people are against these, but can I just say, if you get, right, the barbecue rib one or the barbecue rib one, yeah, put the bun in the toaster, right? I don't know if they say to do that, but I do. It actually comes out pretty decent. And add some lettuce yourself. Like I add lettuce. See like how it is on there? Add a bit of lettuce. Add maybe some like red onions, and maybe a little bit of mayonnaise because it's actually quite nice. But not like something you would go to. Like don't if you're not from the UK, don't come here to think, oh my gosh, I want to go and try Rustlers, because it's not that. Okay. And so you can't be bothered, and you're in the mood to eat something, whatever. But anyway, you guys get the gist. Let's see, what else should I show? What else should I show? The Schwartz seasonings. The Old Bay out of nowhere. That's a surprise. The steaks. It might be a mistake to buy the steak in here. No, I'm just kidding. They're decent, you know. But yeah, anyways. Then the reduced section there. Takeout. Oven pizzas. My housemate, by the way, the one who was Italian, who I used to live with, from Milan, she used to eat these and put them in the microwave. Kid you not. Lastly, we'll just do some produce. Oh yeah. So over here, they've got the like pre-prepared whatever's thingies. Do we have rotisserie chickens in here? Because I only ever buy them in Sainsbury's. Oh yeah, we do. Actually, no, we don't. So why don't we? Actually, I can imagine that people don't buy them in here. And the ones in Sainsbury's are banging anyway. So yeah, we've got our produce, our onions, our alliums over here, some eggplants, some courgettes, some peppers. Trying to think to use the British terminologies. What is that? Okay. Okra. We've got the carrots, we've got the sweet, we've got the parsnips, sorry guys, pre-prepared mashed potatoes. Honestly, that's one of them items I'm like, you've got to be really lazy for that one, because it's really not that hard. But anyway, pre-cut whatevers, noodles, sauces, make your own stir-fry, make your own chow mein, some flowers. They got more, some of these things are just like a small bit, and then this is the reduced vegetables, the garlic, the peppers, the fennel, you know what I mean, the herbs, the parsley, the dill, broccoli, my favorite, well, one of my favorites, spinach, my other favorite, cabbage, my other favorite, pineapple, my other favorite, would you imagine, bananas, which I'm not a particular fan of. I also hate dates, by the way. I'm going to have to come around here just to add this, just for my own self. Just for me, right? Just for me, I would have just like to say, by the way, I haven't shown you everything, and I am going to actually leave now. But I absolutely hate the taste of dates. I cannot stand them. So when people are like, oh, let's just use a sugar alternative and use dates. No, I should make fun of people, because it is a good sugar alternative, I guess. I can't stand the taste of dates, guys. I just can't. It's just not for me. It's not for me. How can I show you guys the supermarket and I haven't shown you a meal deal? Right? So, yeah. No. Also, I just like to say to Asda while we're here, it's really annoying how I got the freaking Asda rewards card, right? Which I don't even know. I haven't even checked properly. But it just keeps logging me out. So thank God I added my card to my freaking Google Pay. Anyway. Oh yes, let me show you guys. So here, this is going to be our grand finale. I really haven't shown you much. They've also got a little cafe. This isn't even open anymore, so they've shut this down. We used to get food here. You can like come in here and like sit. There's like a whole area. Oh my gosh, they've closed it. Everything good is going. It's so sad. We used to come and sit there when I was a kid. And they used to sell, like, because in all these supermarkets, I don't know, like, you know, this is where they have, like, the food where you can come and get, like, a brekkie moment or a bacon roll. So let me show you guys, anyways, this behind me. But, yeah, don't like dates. So here we have the Walkers, right? I know what we're all thinking. The crisps of the UK. Monster Munch pickled onion. Listen, guys. These, fire, fire. What's it? Fire. And all of these, amazing. And nothing like a good ready salted. Krispy Kreme in here. So here's the meal deal, right? You get a main, you get a side, which could be crisps, and you get a drink. That's how that works. So I would not normally get I'm a little bit, have to say, I'm a little bit loyal to Tesco when it comes to the meal deal, because I always used to get the meal deal at uni. Dairy Dunker, guys, this is one of my favorite things ever. The Dairy Dunker. Okay, it's £1.24 in here. I can get it for like 85p in my corner shop. Yeah, I remember the prices of everything, by the way, guys. So yeah, you can get your southern, so you can get like one of them, and then one of these. No, I got all these protein yogurts. I tried one of these protein yogurts as well. Trash. Not that one. Different flavor. That's interesting. Oh, they got your sushi bits now in the meal deal section. All right. Chicken and sweet pepper poke. Is it even poke? Anyway. When did these pasta salads get so tiny? Who's eating that? That's about, and I'm not even a big eater. Oh, the Knick Knacks ribbon spicy. How many crisps am I going to point out? Also, who the heck is paying more than £1 for this stuff? Just be respectful. Yeah, and then the other snacks. So then those, and then the drinks. All the different drinks here. Iron brew. You guys know I love an iron brew. And they do have clothes. The clothes are upstairs, and we're not going there because we've got things we're supposed to be doing. What I wanted to say about the meal deal is when I was at uni, right, that was the go-to. Like, I'll finish my lecture, I'd finish dance or whatever, or like if on the days when I didn't have, like, I have like time in the afternoon, it'd be like this time of day, and I can go to the library for some hours and do some work, head straight to Tesco and get a meal deal. Chicken Caesar wrap, McCoy's flaming steak flavor crisps, and a pink lemonade Lucozade. And then I'd also buy like something else on top of it just because I can. And they used to have these 2-for-1 on these little Kinder chocolate things. And then that's what I would take with me to the library to study away to my heart's content. How am I going to come off this video and not show you guys my favorite ice cream? If you wanted to know my favorite ice pop. Oh, they got Tango Blue Raspberry. Can I just say, the cinema has taken away the flipping Fanta slushies, which were the only reason I really went to the cinema, was for those slushies. With some dumb, stupid one now, so I don't even care to go to the cinema anymore. Anyway, Twisters, guys. These are so good. They are, and I should have realised why I love them. I only realised this later in life. They are pineapple, lemon, and strawberry flavoured, and basically one colour is one flavour and one colour is the other flavour. And then the white part is like vanilla ice cream. It just slaps, you guys. It's so good. So yeah, now we're actually wrapping up the video. Now I'm actually going to get what I came for. And now I'm actually going to go. Now I'm going to go. Except from the fact that I just thought I would take pick a few more, a bit more. Oh yeah, we've got here the Itsu, the Goodfellas. Why do I feel like I know who owns this brand? It's bothering me that I can't remember. Right. Mrs. Brain. Was it always Mrs. Brains? Why did I feel like it was Mrs. Brands instead? Anywho, also for an oven pizza, if anybody wants a recommendation, I recommend, a lot of people go for this Ristorante one, which by the way they do actually sell in Italy. They've rebranded. Have Goodfellas rebranded? I was going to say their stone baked one is really good if you're in the mood for an oven pizza. Yep, got some desserts, we've got pancakes and stuff in here. That's interesting. Your Haagen-Dazs, your Dairy Milk, your Ben & Jerry's. Iron Brew. Frozen veggies. I'm really going all out with this. Okay, over here. So we've got the seafood items. Scallops. You know what I mean? £7.18, of course, because they are Those are the types of things that'll be a bit more pricey in these areas versus the white fish. What even is this fish? Can we specify? I don't know. Do people just not care? Because I care. Alaska pollock. Okay. Like, can we just specify? Do people just buy white fish and just think, oh, cool? Anyway. Yeah. Tater. All the frozen item. You got your dino nuggies and all sorts. Anyway. Now that actually concludes my shopping trip. So there you go, you guys. I just wanted to bring you along. Like I said, I'm not going to talk too much because I'm talking enough. But I just wanted to highlight some things. Also, just I don't know. Like, do you know what it is? Because I'm trying to. I have a lot of people here on my channel. Predominantly, the most people who watch my channel is like 5% of them are from the UK. Or from England. Is it England or the UK? I'd have to double check. So I kind of feel like I would like to make content that includes, that might be of interest to others who are not from the UK. You know what I mean? And obviously the way I do my content is a bit different to other content creators for the simple main fact of being the fact that I am indeed not someone who's all like amazing at editing and getting the right angles and like whatever. But you might enjoy it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to get back now because I've got a lot of stuff to do, you guys. All I'm saying is if this video comes out before Wednesday, you guys are going to want to be around, okay? You're going to want to be around. Anyways, if life's a game, let's play to win. I love you guys so very much. God bless you. God loves you. I love you. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.